Alright, play as we're on the air. Sorry about the loading screens. The that we use to connect pictures to our Discord is taking a while to start up.
Well, hello everyone. I, Jesse, am back. And thus all the
Boo!
fun.
Boo! Rubbish! Slime! Putrescence!
So, we are back and Rise of the Drow, and we will be continuing our adventure with Sporelina, Elora, Kaelor, Cinnamoira, Kertz, and Barry the Bone Golem.
Barry.
So, to remind us what we did last time, Kertz, tell us what happened with your expert note-taking.
So, several weeks ago, we started out in the refugee camp the morning after the disease is, air quotes, cured, because I believe nothing that Jesse says anymore. But we did talk to the matron of one of the houses who was in the refugee camp who had left due to creative differences with the House of Gullion. She gives some information on Elora's past. I wrote, it seems that she seemed to be grilling everybody. I did not write anything else down for that. But we did learn that there are 2 more alien seeds, one in the fungal forest and one on the surface. And it has been, the one in the fungal forest has been affecting the fungal forest for about 50 years. And after we had learned all of that information, we headed out to the fungal forest to Sporelina's hometown, or at least in the direction of it. It was very humid, like an underground rainforest. And there was a large dog-sized insect we ran into as we were trying to venture through a cave down a waterfall. And it turns out there were many of these large dog-sized insects. I ended up talking to them. They seemed pretty nice, called rift crawlers. They wanted some stuff from the upper world, which we gave to them, and they pranked 2 of us, which was Kertz and I want to say Cinnamoira.
I think it might have been me, actually. I think it was Sporelina.
Yeah, made a little fart sound as they pushed you.
Yeah, not our brightest moment. But we did head down the waterfall eventually. Everyone else the normal way, Kertz by somehow doing acrobatics. We reached a kombucha pool where Kertz did drink some of the water, which turned his tongue into a mushroom, and the hand that he used to pick it up, mushroomy. As we headed further into the fungal forest, we fought some Ankeg. While we were walking, we did learn a little bit about Sporelina's village, mostly about her family and the leader and the leader's family. I could not read my handwriting at that point, so their names will be learned later. As we continued heading to Sporelina's village, we were greeted by a pair of Funglettes, and it was the Black Truffle brothers. I assume that's it.
Yep. And you guys had a big old fight. And Dan, you have 15 seconds. How is your dog? Dan, are you muted?
No, he's having computer issues.
No! It's okay. Answer the dog question and everything will be forgiven.
Oh my god.
We must know.
All right, just let us know when you're back on track. Well, you guys had just finished attacking a queen, and I believe you also did a nature check to determine that this particular queen is not a home queen, but rather when a hive
She's
gets
a
too
Yas
big,
queen.
and when the hive gets too big, 2 queens are born, and one stays in the hive itself, and the other goes to start its own hive. This was, in fact, one of those queens that that left early to get their own hive, and you guys defeated it. But who knows what the other queen is like. You were headed in the direction of Sporelina's old village, or former village, I should say. And yeah, what's it called? The Death Cap Forest. Death Cap Jungle.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
Death Cap Jungle. So yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
And everybody but Sporelina disappeared for half a second and then reappeared with some extra.
You cut out.
So everybody but Sporelina disappeared for a second and then reappeared with some extra weapons that they have no explanation of how they got.
Whoa, it's magic. Don't ask.
Yeah, sorry, Sporelina, do you know these two clans over here?
I believe they fucked off. Sporelina said to go away.
Oh, yeah. Must be getting close then, yeah? She's having Discord issues. Give us a second.
Everyone's having Discord issues.
What's a
All this
Monday without?
Discord.
I was gonna say, what's Mondays without technical difficulties?
Kertz, describe your character. What do they look like? What did they bring back from their adventure for a brief moment?
Kertz looks like he always does. A little bit worse for wear because, to do some fighting. Unfortunately, he did not bring anything back because the one thing he wanted to bring back had to be destroyed. He's kind of pissed
Bummer.
about that. The thing was a mummified, I think it was kidney or pancreas. Pancreas. But
Lovely. Otherwise, how does Kertz look currently? Like, does he always have polished armor? Is it tattered? What does it look like?
oh, he hasn't had time to polish it, and it's covered by his ceremonial. Well, I guess technically ceremonial, but at this point, it's just common traveling clothes for his church. Those look pretty bad. Very heavily repaired. A lot of seams where they shouldn't be, and cuts that he hasn't gotten to yet because just got out of a fight. But otherwise, the armor is, pretty good condition outside of normal dings, dents, and mushroom spray.
And Cinna, what did you bring back from said adventure?
Oh my. Jeez.
Oh my.
Sorry. What did I bring back? That is a good question. It has been so long since I brought back. I don't think I brought back anything.
Just the scars
Well, we got-
of the...
Yeah, we got like
Emotion.
3 items, but I don't think any of us could really use them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I
Okay,
was
there
just
we go.
yeah, it was just in the boat of we got items, but none of us could really use them without sacrificing something we already are using.
Okay. And Sporelina, you did not participate. Elora, did you bring anything back, or what did you experience? How do you look right now?
I don't look very much different, but Barry's got these 2 large jeweled necklaces just hanging around two of his necks. They're large. They're necklaces that would normally be around a Dow's neck. So he's just got these 2 large, big old amethysts, and our big old jeweled necklace and 1 large amethyst necklace hanging around his neck.
Nice. Okay. And Kaelor, are you with us?
Still quiet.
No.
No. Mike. Who's this Mike? Cheating on us? Nobody laughed. I feel embarrassed.
Yeah, you
All right,
should.
So... All right, so, Sporelina, how do you look? I know you did go on the adventure, but just how do you look in general?
She's looking extra moisturized and very much in her element.
All right, well, you guys are welcome to do whatever you want.
Shall we continue to your parents' place?
That sounds like a great idea. That's not
I
my
like
voice.
that idea.
That like sounds like a great idea.
Well, lead the way.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
I was gonna
start
say
leading
I have
them.
no idea where they are, so you're gonna have to tell us
Yeah.
where to go.
All right, let's get you into the main big old map. If I can find it. Fungi Forest. There we go. Put you right here. And you guys are right around here at this moment. You are traveling slowly through the path, and you are heading, westward and eventually to southward in that little corner alcove. I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative, and we're gonna do a skill challenge. You don't need to do the click your token or anything. I can just look at it. I am skilled enough to know math.
Good, at least one of us is.
Wow. Well, it's so good to be back in these sheets.
Oh, Kaelor's not here yet. All right, so we'll start with Sporelina. What do you do in order to make your way through the very thick undergrowth of the fungi forest, as well as to make it back to your home in which you came? Very
Ooh,
thick.
survival, bitch. I am sniffing out my home like a lost puppy dog.
Like a little bloodhound.
Correct.
Okay, go ahead and give me survival. 20, very nice.
Ooh, very nice.
All right. As Sporelina kind of gets on all fours and is in her element, she is touching all the different fungi. And as she touches them, you can see extra growth is starting to come out of each fungi that she touches, almost like she is a fungi druid. Now, let's see, we're going to go with Cinna. What do you do in order to help get through the thick fungi forest to get to Sporelina's home?
Hopefully aiding Sporelina and just kind of looking ahead, seeing if there might be any hidden dangers that we could potentially avoid or that we might be forced to encounter.
All right, so that sounds like a perception check. 27.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Hot diggity damn.
There's a power surge. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, if the internet cuts out, I'm sorry. All right, yeah, that is a beautiful pass. Kertz boy, what do you do?
He's like, perception. Brad, if you're talking, you're muted.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm going to try and push some of the fungal undergrowth away from Barry so he doesn't squish it. So Sporelina doesn't get mad at Barry like did last time.
I got mad at you last time for
Trying to
the
be
I-
respectful of the fauna.
Barry
I
can't
refuse
help
Barry.
it.
to
You
acknowledge
can't.
my
Barry
fault.
can't help it.
I refuse to acknowledge my fault.
Go ahead and roll.
I mean, at least you're honest.
Oh god.
Oh, for fuck's
Alright.
sake, not again.
Barry
Oh,
is
no.
just so big and not really paying attention to where he's stomping, and you're just trying your best, and he's like stomping on your fingers every now and again, and it really
Oof.
hurts. All right, and let's see. Last is Elora.
I'm gonna keep attitudes light and encourage Barry as he's walking by singing his necklaces jingle jangle, they gold. His fleshy body wiggle wiggles, he golem.
Send help.
What kind of a check is this anyway?
Either persuasion or performance.
I'll do performance. I like
Advantage.
performance.
Hey.
Nice.
And you guys march on to the beat that Elora is putting down, and it's very lovely. Dan, are you with us? Kaelor?
I hope I am.
You do not have any feedback. You sound beautiful. Tell me, how is your dog?
Oh, she's all right. She hasn't destroyed anything too much. She's very confused about the new place.
Oh, you got a new place, thankfully, after that
Yeah.
terrible landlord.
Right now, it's nice. I can actually just leave her in the yard. Well, not yet, but I will be able to. There is a neighbor dog, and that one is the only neighbor with a low fence, and she really wants to go see that dog, and I'm not sure if the other dog feels the same way.
Well, there's
And
only one way to find out.
And how is Dan?
Dan's doing all right. I'll be chill once this move's done.
You're still in the process, yeah. And how is Dan's date life?
Some setbacks, some steps forward, general chaos.
Chaos, love it. All right, could you roll initiative for us, please? 19, and well, I don't even know why I made you roll initiative. And what do you do in order to help make your way through the thick fungi forest to get to Sporelina's homeland?
That is a good question. Well, we're just trying to navigate. Is there any sentient creatures I can talk to that aren't us?
There might be. Do you speak with plants?
No.
Then it's going to be difficult.
But fungi aren't plants. They're an
I know,
entire-
but according to D&D, they are, which
I
Yeah,
know.
college.
D&D needs to take a biology class.
seriously, it's so annoying.
Oh god. I mean, there's not really a whole lot I can do since we're not trying to sneak around. So, I'm just gonna try to insight to see if any of these plants are trying to trick us.
You're welcome to do a stealth check. I mean, you are trying to get through the fungi forest kind of unnoticed. It's pretty dangerous here. So...
Okay, I missed that. If that's the case, then yes, I will try to be sneaky and try to keep other people from being noisy. You just gotta act like a corpse. That's the secret.
Act like a walking corpse. Go ahead and roll stealth. You have advantage, I assume?
It's not very bright in here.
Always have advantage.
Yeah, there's dim light all around, casting lots of shadows from the mushrooms that give off bioluminescence. So I think you would probably have advantage. So, as you guys make your way through, Sporelina is in her element. She is just looking around this way and that way, trying to figure out where her home is, but she's very good at tracking it down. It's not an issue. Elora is singing the most beautiful song and bouncing to the beat, allowing you all to make your way through in a cheerful manner, as Barry also is pounding his feet to the beat, and Kertz is trying to avoid any mushrooms from getting squashed by Barry. Unfortunately, his fingers are getting squashed instead, making him mope a little bit. But then Cinna is doing an awesome job keeping a lookout. I assume you're on Barry, just like on top of his shoulder, looking out this way and that way in order to perceive around. And then Kaelor is just skulking in the background, waiting to pounce on anything that might come out. But otherwise, you guys are just hanging out. Eventually, I will move the token right around here. And because of that one fail, it's still good. You still all mostly passed. You guys make your way to a certain section of this fungi forest where the fungi just, for some strange reason, immediately stop. And for about maybe 200 yards, you see along the path on either side bare dirt.
What happened to all these bears?
Sporelina, is this normal?
Definitely not. Can I do a nature check to maybe see what's going on?
Absolutely.
I would like to assist her because this just seems wrong in so many ways.
Guidance.
With the guidance, with 24. right, with a
25.
25. Sporelina, you recall way back in your youngin' years when you first grew up here, there was actually a part of this mushroom fields where you guys would grow particular mushrooms for feeding and medicines and things like that. And a terrible disease caught this particular field. You had to light it on fire. And after the fire, you thought that the disease was gone. But whenever you tried to sow new mushrooms into the soil, they would never take. And nothing has grown in these fields since.
So this is where that alien egg is buried, right?
I guess so. I mean, kids used to like jokingly, you know how sometimes like on the surface you like dare each other to go to the scary old lady's house on the street. This was the scary old lady's house. Like people would dare you to come here, which is good in the sense that at least it means we're on the edge of like my village. But it is it's stark to see it like this again. Can I, since we have already found one of the seeds, can I look around here to see if there's any other cold spots similar to the other one?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make this would be an investigation as you turn the soil and kind of walk up and down it.
Not my best. Hey, that's not terrible.
That's a good roll.
All right. As Sporelina is going around and checking things out, Cinna, because of your perception of ridiculously high, you are able to see coming out from the forest to your left are 3 Funglettes, very similar looking to Sporelina, coming at you kind of fast.
Guys, we got some company at 10:30.
Spinning around to look at them, do they look like they're scared? Do they look like they're running away from something or just running to investigate it?
They are running to you, and just as they come upon you, they're about 10 feet from you, they stop, and then they hold something. They look like long rods with a pierce at the end, like a spear, and they point them at you, and they just say, "Stop! You are trespassing. What is your business?"
Okay, Johnny, you don't have to be such a dick.
Johnny.
I don't know his name.
Is that Sporelina?
Ayo!
We all thought you were dead. Shame.
House.
Rude.
Sporelina, you recognize this particular pink-colored mushroom Funglette with green spots on the top of her cap, as well as green spots on the backs of her hands as Mycel Skullcap.
That bitch.
Do you need a reminder?
No, I know who she is. I know she's my
Okay.
worst enemy. She's
Yep.
she's the mayor's dad. Or the mayor's daughter. Mayor's dad.
So you
She's the Regina to your
To your
Yes.
Katie.
So you brought these humanoids to our sanctum. Typical.
Yeah.
You never listen to the fucking rules.
And you never
Oh.
seem to show any respect to your friends.
Thank you. She's not my friend. But I appreciate where your defense.
Allies. We may not
Person
be.
you know.
So are you gonna like put the spear down, or am I gonna have to fucking take it from you?
Barry.
Girls, back me up. As you see, behind her is a blue cap and a green cap Funglette. Both of them look a little bit more hesitant, not as fierce as Mycel does. And you can tell these individuals are Captrina and Stepile.
Stiple. It's Stiple.
Stiple.
Really, CNS, you guys I leave you for what, a couple months, and you fall in line with this one? The betrayal. I think you guys were like better than this.
Sporelina, we had no choice. We've been having to survive down here and listening to Skullcap. And my cell's not all that bad. She's done pretty well protecting the sanctum.
I mean, I guess. But I guess it's just like a little disappointing. I thought you guys were kind of more of like a think for myself kind of girl, but it's fine. Take me to I was about to say take me to your leader. What is
Mayor
my
Skullcap.
cell? Yeah, but what's his first name?
Morel.
Morel.
Skullcap.
Well, let's go see Morel.
Sorry, but no other humanoid besides Funglets are allowed in the sanctum.
First off, it's a circle, and druids invite all types of creatures, and war is at our door. So unless you want me to war up your fucking ass, get out of my way.
Barry's like
Roll
picked
intimidation.
up a rock, is about to throw it. And as soon as she finishes that, he just like looks up at Elora, and Laura nods. He just puts it down.
Hold on, Barry.
You know,
Don't get
my doctor
angry.
once
Not yet,
told me
Barry.
I
Not
am
yet.
a non-insignificant part fungus.
I could
One more time,
become-
Kaelor. What did you say?
A doctor did once tell me I'm not an insignificant part fungus.
You were supposed to take the cream for that, but
With that intimidation, Sporelina, you see your two friends immediately take their spears back and just kind of retreat a little bit, like a few steps backwards. My cell, however, just looks at you and just says, "Fine, but we have to tie them up, per protocol."
Oh, you're gonna strip us down
Kinky.
naked too? What is this? The Inquisition?
Kinky.
If Morel Skullcap wishes it, then yes.
Wow. So you're on first name basis with your daddy now.
With our leader,
Blah, blah, blah.
what do you think, Barry? Do you feel like being tied up?
Hey, Sporelina, how wise are you?
Very wise.
Are all of your people wise?
Yes, darling. That's kind of like the whole point. I know. Myself, you're not tying up my friends. If it wasn't for them, I would be dead. And honestly, if it wasn't for them being witnesses, you might be dead. So I think we should just walk into the village, please. I would like to see my family.
again, I don't think that the fungal golems will let you pass. Daddy put them in there, by the way. They guard the entrance very well. They don't let any other humanoid in, especially after what happened to Polly. Do you remember what happened to Polly?
Yes. She was my grandmother, so yeah. And for the record, I am way more with the fungus than you will ever be. You are spoiled at the back of the fridge.
Wait, what's a fridge?
Thank you. So, come, as she whips out a few lengths of rope made of fungal material, if you will.
Before she gets to me, before she gets to Kertz, he's gonna pour the kombucha water in his face.
And remind me what that does.
It turns him into a fungus.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So you have there's fungus growing on your skin at this point. Kaelor, no, we did not get a long rest. There's fungus growing on your face at this point. It kind of like tickles and stings a little bit as it grows upon you, and you see my cell look at you and just say, it's actually kind of cute. Looks good on you. But I still have to tie you up.
You could try.
She tries to tie you up. What do you do?
You just
Well-
start tickling her.
No, as with every other time Kertz has gotten kidnapped, he starts stripping.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby, take it off.
I start like just flicking copper pieces at you like a little
Kertz,
stripper.
I
He's
understand that it's
very
like a
practiced.
Make
defense.
it hay.
I know it's like it's a defense mechanism at this point, but you are really giving it away for free these days.
Listen, if I can't be comfortable, they can't be comfortable.
Listen, hold freak, God damn it. God. Oh, God, Vinegar. Okay, fine. And she finally ties you up as you are half naked. You stripped a little bit, stuff's hanging out. But otherwise, ties the rest of you up as best as they can. You could tell that when, what's her face? Keptrina and Stipley, when they tie some of you, only Mycel tied Kertz, but the rest of them tied the rest of you. It's real loose. Like, so loose that you guys could easily break free. They seemed very timid about doing this, and they're just kind of following orders, but they still like Sporelina, but they have to do this because they have to do this, it sounds like. But as you guys continue on through, let me get you over to this. As you guys get to a narrow part in the particular fungal forest, you see some massive mushrooms starting to grow on the sides and on the walls of the area that you're passing through. And as soon as Mycel steps up, you can see the fungal golems immediately emerge, completely, like you would have never known they were here if they didn't move. And they get up, they give a nod to Mycel, and then they retreat back to their location that they once were, unmoving, and looks exactly how they were before you guys passed through.
With a Morik, apparently.
Is Mark in here?
He was on the map. Yeah.
He was on the map.
Was he? How'd I miss
Yeah.
it?
Must have used it for like a battle map at one point or something.
Yeah, I thought oh, there he is. Okay, I don't know.
It's fine. It was just kind of a, oh, hi, Morik.
So you guys enter this particular part of the fungal forest, or I should say the Deathcap jungle. And as you guys enter, you could see multiple different fungi. They're really thin fungi that are flowing in a breeze of some sort, kind of passing open and close like those double door shutters when you see in Western movies. These kind of fungus are opening and closing as the wind opens and closes them. You guys pass through as they gently brush over you, releasing little spores onto your armor and clothing. You guys continue going forward as Mycel calls out, Morel Skullcap, I require your audience. I have captors. As you see,
Captives.
Literally, Elora is just fucking laughing as she's.
It's like literally captives, you fucking idiot.
I'm in charge here, as she glints back at you, and you can see in front of you, you can see multiple different huts of fungus, large mushrooms that have been hollowed out as more and more funglets, very similar to Sporelina, start coming out. Some old, some young, mostly old, however, and you can see different colors, lots of different particular spots on each of their each of their caps as well. And you could see an individual come out much older, the wrinkles on his cap really emphasized, and he approaches, and you definitely recognize Sporelina, this as Morel Skullcap, and he squints his eyes for a moment before giving kind of a sniff in the air, and he goes, Sporelina. It's been a while. Where have you been?
Oh, just traversing the world, meeting people, doing interesting things, becoming wealthy. It's like super fun. You should try it.
And you brought humanoids into our circle. Why?
Correct, because first off, they're my friends, homies, besties for life. And second, we have a big problem in the Underdark.
We're aware of the Drow problem. That is why we upped our defenses and tried to hide as best as we could.
Wow, that's like embarrassing. Do you like to hide from conflict a lot, or do you think that maybe for once uh, our Funglettes can be strong, powerful, and an ally to others and aiding in controlling the Drow problem instead of just existing with it?
Us Funglets have gotten into conflict before, and it led to nothing good.
The only
That we-
conflict that Funglettes have gotten in before are the ones that have been brought to our front door.
Which is why we will hide, and we will stealth our way through this, and outlast those that wish to do us harm.
What is living forever without any morals? Because to me, it's very shameful. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're letting hundreds of thousands of people die and not willing to assist those that need help because you're afraid of dying. We lived for millennia.
It is not me who is afraid of dying. I am the leader of this circle, and I have a responsibility to make sure others are not led to death because of my poor planning and poor advice. And thus, my advice is to wait and outlast, child. Your chaos inside of you is too much even for you. Look at you, bringing all this riffraff here.
Okay, first off, she's like a princess. There's like no riffraff. Okay, I am only for high class people. And second,
You say as a naked man is in the group.
Look at this one.
Naked man with mushroom face.
First off, your daughter assaulted him like the monster she is.
Yeah.
That's not.
I
Yeah.
didn't do this.
This definitely isn't something I do all the time. I understand the fear, Morale. I have seen terrible things out there, but I've also seen beautiful, wonderful things. I've seen my friends defend me even in the scariest of times, and I've seen many of them be willing to lay down their lives for us, for me.
Yeah, many of them are right here. I point to Barry.
And
That's really funny.
facts. And never once, when they found out my true identity, did they make me feel different? Were they shameful or even afraid of me? And I think we can create such a beautiful friendship with other creatures in the Underdark. It doesn't just have to be, you know, doesn't have to be like this. We don't have to be hermits hid away in the fungal forest because we're afraid to get in conflict. We're afraid to do anything. I'm so tired of the neutrality of this place. And I know for a fact that there are other people in this village that believe the same way I do. You have kept us held up here ever since the last Drow incursion, and nobody has avenged the deaths of any of our fallen. Nobody has fought for Funglets. All you have done is hidden us away in this forest and expected us to just be okay with that. If you want to be our leader, then you should lead us.
As you all look upon this speech that Sporelina has given, you just hear quietness and then, "That's my daughter." Sporelina, you look behind and you see a little bit older individual known as Sybin, your father.
Daddy!
Come here, as he opens up his hands for a big hug.
Yes, I squeeze him to death. Okay, not to death, but like I squeeze him real hard.
Is that what a
Morale.
normal family is supposed to look like?
How about just a day? We welcome these humans for a day, and they can leave afterward. Can you at least amend us to that? Morel doesn't say anything. He gives a grimace, takes his staff, and what do you call it? Like pulls it behind him, turns around, and walks back into the hut as more people kind of go about their business and awkwardly walk around. Mycel herself also follows her father, and your two friends, or maybe former friends, just kind of stand there awkwardly, not sure of what to do.
Way
Go
to
on.
exit like a glorious bastard that you are.
Anyway, hi, Daddy. Everybody, this is my dad. This is Elora. This is Barry. This is Cinna. This is Kaelor. This is a lot of Kertz.
A little more than you probably wanted to see today, and I do apologize in advance for my brother's obnoxious behavior.
Looks
Kertz
like
would
you
like to
made a
rip
lot of
his.
friends.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Kertz would like to rip his bonds and put his clothes back on now.
Sure. As you all lift your bonds, Cybin, you can see is this purplish hue to him, with kind of like rosy cheeks as well, and the spores coming off of his particular cap have this beautiful purple glow to them as they fall. They're very, very slow as they fall too. Not too many, maybe around 5 or 10 every time he shakes his head, but you could see the purplish glows just gently fall across his face, kind of giving even more emphasis to his rosy cheeks as he just kind of smiles at Sporelina and just says, "You have made a lot of friends. How did that disguise hat work?"
Great for the surface. I once we got down here, though, I figured,
It
I
was
can blend in.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
Of course. Do you still have it?
I sure do.
Excellent. So tell me about your adventures. Here, come on. Let's go home and we'll catch up in a moment. As he takes you by the shoulder and walks you to one of the small huts that you recall as your home. As you guys
Dun.
enter the hut, you can see. Oh, excuse me. You can see. Let's see. I did not write down your brother's name, but your brother comes to see you, and you can see this little annoying looking
Silo.
kid. Silo. Is that it?
Yes, Silo Dapperling, and then
And-
Porcini is my mom.
As he arrives, he just says, he grabs a cup of something and he goes, "P.U." and he sprays it across all of you all, covering you in spores that kind of have this moldy smell to it. And he goes, "Perfume, finally. You guys stunk."
Oh, be
Thanks.
nice. It's not their fault that they have these fleshy prisons.
Ugh,
Thanks.
glands.
To be fair, mine's a little
Gross.
old, so I probably stink.
This one smells good, though, as he looks to Kaelor.
Yeah,
Don't
that's in
compliment-
decay.
Don't compliment him.
It's right at
Oh, I
home,
think I
kid.
did it.
Why think?
As you guys enter, you can see what looks to be small, a round table with some chairs and mostly pillows around here made of some sort of a soft plant-like material. And you can see off in the corner in one of the rooms, you could see a hard-working individual, Funglette, with reddish caps and yellow spots on her as well, as she is working hard at some sort of a apothecary table, and she is just looking at notes and kind of stirring in a crucible and adding things to different vials and such, and
Mom,
really
Mom.
focusing hard on it.
Mom,
Ma'am,
Mommy.
She
Mother.
does not look up from her apothecary kit, and she goes, "Oh, Sporelina, give me a hand. Can you hand me that over there?" And she, without even looking, she points up to
Yeah.
one of the shelves, and you can see a vial of some sort of fungus in it.
Yeah, I look at you guys with like an eye roll, and I grab the things that she wants, and I bring them over.
Thank you, honey. You were gone, weren't you? How was it?
I mean, it was great. Thanks for asking. I have been gone for like 4 months.
So you're come to take over the apothecary, is that correct? And help me out? Finally?
No, that's why you had a second kid, obviously.
That's why you had the spare.
She does not stop her work and she just goes, Sporelina, you have to figure out what you want to do with your life and do it quickly so that you can get over here and help me with the apothecary.
Okay, but like, what if I don't want to do that? Like, what if I want to figure out my life, but like it doesn't involve the apothecary?
Well,
Dun,
then
dun,
quickly
dun.
do it, and then you'll figure out that you really do belong at the apothecary helping your mother.
I'm glad that my father's not the only toxic parent.
I was gonna say, yeah,
As-
this seems about right.
For the
Thank
record,
gods.
my mom has not at least tried to sell me to the highest bidder. So I think a tiger mom is a little bit better, you know.
And ma'am,
As
we haven't been
said,
formally introduced, but I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here. Your daughter's been gone for 4 months, and at least just in the time that we've known her, her knowledge and power have grown considerably. I think you'd be very impressed, and possibly even a little afraid of what she's become.
so you've
Okay.
become stronger for better potions and apothecary work? Wonderful.
Great. I've also gained a lot of new shapes, so that's been fun.
Oh, you've been eating too much, haven't you?
Okay.
Can't keep on gaining weight, Sporelina.
Dad, you need to.
Porcini, keep working, keep working. Come. You all come around here. We can make some kombucha. Hey, let's make some kombucha. Come on. And he takes out some sort of a jar and pours it into several small little cups as you all sit on the plushy pillows around the little table. But otherwise, he is just really, really excited. You could tell he is so happy that Sporelina is here. And as he like smiles more, you could see more little spores fall from his cap, and just illuminating his face even more than he was. And they eventually hit the floor where they just kind of dim out a little bit slowly. But you could see as he sits down, more and more fall, making a glow at his feet as well. But he just says, "Tell me everything.
Oh my God.
What were you up to?"
Oh my gosh, Dad, it was insane. Okay, so we went to this port town, and that's where all of we met. And then, like Drow came and like kidnapped like 70 villagers, and we decided for some reason that we were gonna be the saviors of the day. So we chased down this group and saved all these people, and then we killed a ton of Drow. And then we came down, and I will just continue to recap like this.
And the entire time he is enthralled. He is just like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you can see as Sporelina gets more excited in the story, more and more spores start to fall, just illuminating his face more and more. And like eventually it was like only 5 at a time every time he moved his head. Now it's going up to like 15 at a time as he's just getting more and more excited with every passing moment of seeing Sporelina. And finally, as you kind of finish where you were, he just says, that's so exciting, honey. Sounds dangerous too. Have you been keeping safe, I hope?
Well, yeah. I mean, look it, we got a Hulk.
She's been keeping us safe, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mostly me.
honestly, they really
Mostly
needed
me.
healing. I mean, all of them. But yeah, mostly Kertz. Yeah. As you can imagine, when your defense mechanism is to strip naked, he dies a lot or almost dies a lot.
Well, it's good that you found some good companions to hang out with.
Humans are weird, Dad.
Oh, I think I know. At least the fireball that I met was definitely weird. Anyway, so you're passing through here and you're headed to Holoth, is that correct?
Yeah. It's I mean, I was hoping, I highly doubt it'll happen, but I was hoping that the village would come together and assist in the defense of the people of the Underdark. But I'm starting to think that people are a lot more cowardly than I initially had thought.
Cowardice takes many forms, Sporelina. Sure, do you know what the general... I mean, that skullcap guy seems a little bit unhinged himself, but you know what the general population's thought of the Drow and the war and what could be coming to your shores? Like, what's the general zeitgeist about this?
Well, Morel kind of has a hold on all the people. He has been a leader, and he has kept us safe for the most part, so people do trust him, at least a little bit. As much as I don't like his tactics, kind of hiding and staying still is better than going out and fighting these Drow that have already caused enough damage to our family at the very least.
Oh, I think I convinced him that staying tight is a bad idea.
I
I was gonna say, roots in one place are not strong roots at all.
Daddy, Funglettes we used to be nomads, and ever since Morel came around, he's kind of forced us into one corner of the fungal forest. The fungal forest takes up the majority of the Underdark. We have so many places to shepherd, and we don't. I just don't understand.
and the Vor are lesser for it as well.
Oh, I met a group of four, and they were so happy to see me, and I couldn't help them.
I know, I know. Maybe we can convince him, but not in a public forum. Morel has I guess, a face to upkeep, and if you were to try to confront him in public, he would always go against you. But if you want to convince him to change his tactics, you have to do it in private and make him think that it was his idea all along. But
I
Yeah.
had an idea
He
about
sounds
that.
like
I don't know if
someone I.
we're at the shoot the shit phase here, but I did have an idea that sprang to mind.
what was that?
I'm gonna look over to the apothecary table. Madam, as quite an accomplished apothecary, might you carry any of the soil from the diseased area outside of town?
Yes, just in that cabinet up there, a small vial. Just kind of kept it just for research purposes. I haven't gotten around to it though.
I'm gonna.
I'll get it.
I was gonna walk over and like all the cabinets are way too high, so I'm like,
Yeah,
All the cabinets are way
exactly.
too high, and I feel like she would write in a language that Elora just would
right.
be like, "Wait, what?"
She actually her writing she does write in Underdark, but it is all it looks like a doctor wrote it.
Oh
So
no!
yeah, you can't understand it at all. Like I can
Even if
read
you
it and my
try.
dad can read it, but nobody else can. So she basically speaks in code or writes in code.
I kind of
So
wanted to
it's like
pass the
squiggles.
vial around the group and check to see if we can come to a conclusion on if this is a biological disease that caused this or if it's some kind of like a magical curse that caused it. Um, my thinking is that whether it's disease or magical, we have strength between us. And sir, your daughter, I don't know how many of your people have achieved this kind of power level here, but she she blossomed the fields for an entire city in one sitting, and she has done
Like a
Sporelina is like fake blushing. She's
she
like,
has
"Stop
done
it,
like
go
a
on."
boss.
amazing feats. Uh, she's conjured entire walls of thorns to distract and destroy our enemies. She's exploded creatures that are 10 times her size. I mean, this girl is filled with power, and not to
You say this very loudly so my mother hears.
yeah, absolutely, and not to toot our own horn, but the rest of us aren't too shabby either. Perhaps showing that power, the power to heal the land, came from uniting with forces outside of your own tribe, might be a plus in the sight of opening yourselves up to the help of strangers.
Listen, I don't need convincing that my daughter is the greatest druid of our entire circle. But if you have
Thanks,
to
Daddy.
convince Morel to do that, at this point in time, you guys see Silo is just underneath the table, just kind of like picking at the fungus on Kaelor's feet, And Kaelor, what do you do as a
Ew.
reaction?
Ugh.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Your feet smell really good. He wants to eat it.
Meh.
Take your shoes off, he'll. If you
No,
take your shoes
knock
off,
on-
he'll clean your feet.
I don't know how I feel about having a child suck on an adult's toes.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
okay, so
really
he's-
old. He's old.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
an old younger brother. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
old younger brother.
I was feeling a
Well,
little
you
weirded out.
have to remember that Sporelina is like 18, but she's really like in her 70s.
Right.
So her brother is like 10, but he's
No.
really in his.
You are like 19, and your brother is like 18.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That wasn't
And-
making it
Are
any
you guys
better.
are you guys like Irish
So
twins?
so you're saying
of
he's like 69?
Funglets?
Well,
Sure.
so
Yes.
so how Funglets mate, since you're curious, is that we generally explode and populate spores all at once. Some take and some don't, and so basically my brother and I were born at the same time, but I sprouted before him.
So you guys are like Irish twins.
Wait a
Sure.
second. Okay, I have a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
One, is he just weird, or like y'all generally not have a sense of personal space?
Both.
Okay. Number two, so if y'all are just like dropping spores everywhere, like, is there like an incest problem on accident or something?
We're very careful about who spores around who.
Insight check.
Go ahead and insight. Sporelina.
I would say you believe me.
Yeah, it seems logical.
Yeah.
Why would I lie to you, Kertz?
It's not like you would know exactly where your spores would fall.
Actually, I know every time I've ever spored. I have to do it once a month for about 4 days to 7, depending on the month.
She's pretty regular though.
I was gonna
I
say,
am.
damn, I wish I was that regular.
So yeah, I promise we're good. I'm also gonna start digging in my bag of holding, and to my younger brother, I bring out 2 naga fangs.
Whoa! Look at that.
Go, yeah, grab them both and then like run around the house really fast with them.
Sure. As you see your father be like, Sporelina, maybe you shouldn't. Oh, I
Oh,
could
no.
use those in my apothecary.
should.
Bring them here. Silo, come here.
Gosh darn it. Mom, I brought you this, and I bring her 4 vials of the drider oil.
Oh, very nice.
While she's doing that, can Cinna grab that vial of dirt and do an Arcana check on it to see if there might be any magical qualities?
So, Sporelina, something that you notice as soon as you grab that vial out of the cabinet, it is cold to the touch.
It is the fucking seeds. It's the seed. I kind of like run to my mom's apothecary area, and I almost like muscle her out of the way, and I grab the seed that we had already collected, and I start fucking just running tests on it.
Are you sure it's the seed? It might be, a ice curse or something.
No, it's got to be another seed, right?
We know there's one in the fungal
I'm just
forest.
running off my Arcana check with this one. Woo! I'm pretty sure it's an ice curse.
Yeah, you unfortunately have no idea, Cinna. However, Sporelina, you, with your just innate natural abilities, you notice immediately that this thing. Oh my God, Sporelina!
I would have assisted.
So as Sporelina is doing this, she accidentally
Mom
knocks
would've
over a few vials, and you see Porcini, your mother, just like, Sporelina! And I always wondered why I always sent you out of the house whenever I was working.
At least you looked at me. Jesus, hi, Mom. It's been a couple months.
Okay, Listen, yes, these are seeds. We can see that they are seeds. What more do you need to know?
I need to know because this seed is what's causing the dead spot in our forest. And I know that there's more of these, so I need to find them.
I don't see why it's a big deal. It's currently under control. It hasn't spread anywhere in quite some time.
Mom, but it's spreading deep. That's the problem. You're not seeing the spread. It was affecting massive mushrooms. What was that mushroom called? Was there like a specific?
You were allowed to take some of his spores too.
I did. Yes, I did take his spores. It was killing a parrot mushroom. It was destroying it.
I think we need to listen to Sporelina as your father stands up. Tell us
I,
more.
I, I give him a finger gun. I snap and I give him a finger gun. I talked to the mushrooms, Mom, and it was frozen, ice cold. There hadn't been no heat or humidity around it. And he told me that it had been reaching for miles and miles. It's all under the ground. We can't see it on top. The dark spot in our forest that we see now, I can only assume is the epicenter, and it has spread like a virus. It has to be stopped.
This does sound kind of important. Maybe you need to bring it up to Morel.
Or we can just go do it.
What are we gonna do? What is there to do? If you want to dig all the way down?
Dig a tunnel.
It's usually not very deep.
Well, it could be deep on this one, especially if this was the starting or an epicenter of some sort. There was also some funglettes of some sort, mushroom creatures that we saw that they were twisted, almost evil. I'd never seen any creature like that before, and they were harvesting these and growing them in a mine.
Well, I think your mother is right. We probably should bring it up to Marcel, or yeah, Morel.
Myself.
Morale.
Myself is the daughter, yeah.
Yep.
Morel is the father. We should
I
probably
was gonna
bring
say
this
the
up to
last thing we
Morel.
are doing is bringing up to the daughter.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Honestly, she looks uglier the older she gets, so I'm honestly here just winning. You guys agree, right? I'm prettier than her?
Oh, absolutely.
No argument.
Thank you.
But
Honestly, truth be told, I think the sun actually helped you out way more than you would think.
I know, I am like kind of tan.
is there
I
a
wish
way
I
for
could
us
tan.
to set up a private meeting with Skullcap?
Dad, he might listen to you more. I mean, you guys used to be friends anyway.
Ever since his wife passed, everything has been different. I think that you need to be the one to try to get to him. And as much as I hate to say it, you can use your connection to Polly to maybe get through to him.
All right. I will we can do that then. Everybody's injured right now, right?
No,
Oh,
because we
yeah.
had a long rest at the end of the side camp.
Oh, that's
Oh.
true.
Bummer. Okay.
I do need my face. Feels funny. I need help.
Well, you should have thought about that before you just poured a bunch of kombucha on your face.
Well, I knew what it was gonna do. I just didn't think that
Then-
I'd still get tied up.
Then why would you do it?
It's a greater restoration, I think, to clear them out, right?
I want to say yes.
Yep.
Then I will do that.
Was it poison?
It was kind of like a disease.
Okay, yeah, so it's not lesser restoration.
I greater restorate his ass.
Okay. Spend the spell slot and the
I did.
requirements.
No,
and-
Do you
'Cause
think that could
Elora can just
also?
do it. with
What was it,
lay-
Kurt?
Can't Elora just do it with lay on hands?
A disease?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I could. Let me see. Down hand.
You just need 5 points.
Mhm.
Disease or neutralize poison. Yeah, so I'll slap him in the butt.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Just leave a bruise. Leave a bruise.
As the fungus kind of falls and slithers off of his face, you see Silo just immediately snatch it up from the ground and just like kind of put it into what looks to be some sort of a pouch as he gives a little smile and runs off.
Is your brother always that weird?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the soil that was around him when he was growing was like super acidic. It's made him kind of cuckoo bananas.
I think it's just a brother thing too, honestly. And I just
Hey.
glare at Kurtz.
Hey.
I have a question. You said Skullcap's ever since Skullcap's wife had died, he'd been changed, more cautious. How long ago was that?
Several years ago now. It was the same time my grandma Polly died. It was when the Drows last came here to attack us and take my mother's poisons.
Did she fight, or was she more of a defense?
She tried to fight. She definitely made morale a lot softer, if you will.
You know, kudos to your grandma.
Do we have, perchance, any Alexandrite left?
Yeah.
I think I've got some. Maybe. I do not.
I do, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm
So
sorry.
just out of character,
No, you're
throwing
fine.
this option out there. If Kertz were to cast Raise Dead using Alexandrite instead of diamonds, it would be a resurrection spell.
You'd be hard pressed to find any part of her left. I mean, when Funglettes die, our bodies are scattered.
Well, to be fair, we'd only need a piece of her because the spell would restore any missing body parts.
True. I mean, I guess there might be some fungus left over around her burial sites.
I needed
Could be
a
worth-
big sleepy before that, but yeah.
Yeah, and that would be a
No.
very taxing spell for you.
No big sleepy. You're just gonna do it because you're a good person.
I can't because I don't have it.
Why don't you have it?
Because I'm usually the one that dies.
And you're also our cleric. The irony. The absolute irony.
I mean, and that is, of course, if her soul is willing to return. And I don't know how this man would respond to us just doing that. It might be something we offer him the option for.
I feel like we're also gonna have to. Nope. Never mind. I answered my own question. Sorry.
Because if she's been dead for more than a year, then after he casts it, Kertz won't be able to cast spells again until a long rest. We'll have disadvantage on all attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
How do you know all this as a paladin?
That was out of character. Obviously, I didn't use.
No,
my
I
accent.
know.
Well, yeah, as in character, I do know that Alexandrite makes necromancy spells the next spell level up. So
Potent.
yeah, I would know that we would be able to raise her from the dead, but it would be very taxing for Kertz, and possibly might not even work if she's not willing to come back, and even if she is willing to come back, might be taken as a very offensive thing to do if we don't first ask him. So Elora is trying to be as political as possible here.
Could I do just like a fun little like history check on whether I think that Morel would be like offended of us even asking him that?
Insight. Yeah, go ahead and do like an insight check. So general.
God damn it. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
You got this. I believe in
No,
you.
I'm
Guidance.
on Jeremy's laptop, and it's got like the trackpad, and I accidentally put 2 fingers on it, which sent me out of the game.
I hate it when you put 2 fingers in.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Aren't we mature?
No.
I don't know what ever gave you that impression.
Yeah, really, Sam. Where have you been the last 5 years?
Also, Jesse, I would like to point out that I made you a map of Sporelina's village.
You did. All right, I got it. Zoop. Ooh, ah.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. It looks lovely.
With that insight check, you know for a fact that bringing back this mourning person's passed away wife might not be received in the best way, especially with how kind of unstable Morel has been since. It might mess with his emotions just a little bit too much to really push him over the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah,
Good.
I don't think that's a great
Good.
idea.
It might not be a great idea, but it'll feel good.
No, we don't. Let's not do that.
Fine.
I love using my power of life and death.
I mean, I support you. I see you. I love you. But let's not.
But isn't he a mental torment to you?
I mean, yeah, but like I am not a vengeful creature in that sense.
Oh,
I mean, I would
thought
like-
you were going to end it. I'm not a vengeful creature, and I was about to say, bitch, the fuck you aren't.
I would like to bring up several examples of this.
Shut
I
up.
was going to say, as I pull out my scroll of many events.
I mean, last resort, we raise her from the dead and then threaten to kill her again if he doesn't do what we say.
Oh my god.
All right, that's a
That-
line.
That she's really kidding. She's kidding. Aha, Elora is so funny.
Just straight faced.
Your friends have an interesting sense of humor, Sporelina.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the air is so much thinner up there. I like stare at you. Shut the fuck up, you crazy bitch.
But
Is
I mean,
this what it's like to be on more oxygen? Because I love it.
we are agreed that we should have a meeting with him and bring up the fact that we might be able to cure the forest around. And I think that everything you've said, Sporelina, about the fact that your people used to be a nomadic species and you've been stagnant and sitting while your fellow mushrooms are being slowly burned away to make access for armies or killed by mysterious astral seeds of some sort. I think those are excellent points that should be really pushed upon as well.
Deal. Maybe like a rest, and then we start new day tomorrow and take over the world,
Fine.
or at least this circle.
Fine.
Hostile
Can we at
takeover.
least look around and get introduced to some other people?
I mean, I guess
I don't know.
most of them are going to
it's
be
been
kind of
fun.
afraid of you, but we can try.
Even if I give a lovely performance?
I mean, like
I'll
I said, we can definitely try.
just set up a little stage somewhere and just do a lovely rendition of Underworld or Undercommon of We Didn't Start the Fire, going through the events of our adventure.
There we go. Okay, yeah. I will take my friends around town and try my best to introduce them to all the shops.
I'd be down for some shopping.
Well, the problem with the shops here is that we're a barter system, so you can't really pay in gold.
Hmm. Do they
Can you pay in strip teases?
Oh my god. Kertz,
Actually,
no.
there is an
No, don't
old
you dare
woman.
say yes.
There's an old woman who runs the library. Well, she has a lot of books and she trades for books and stuff. And I know for a fact that she reads a lot of naughty books.
No.
But I don't need books.
I mean, you can try it with other people, but I don't think that's gonna work in your favor. Especially since they already think you smell bad.
What would you prefer us to do? Just stay at the house?
No, I say we go and we make ourselves known and our joy here. And I would like to see some of them anyway.
I was gonna say we don't have to see everyone. We could just see the people you like.
Fair.
Because I can guarantee you at least 2/3 of the people I know don't actually like me all that much, but we're just civil about it. So,
Rough.
yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you go to college and you actually do well. Or at
I'm
least,
wanted in several nations.
yeah, we don't talk about that.
Like several?
I may be a war criminal.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, right,
Maybe
you-
We don't talk about war crimes. No, we don't. We don't talk
I was-
about war
forgot
crimes.
I forgot Sporelina wasn't at the mind thingy.
My God. Okay. Interesting. Let's go see Inoki first. He runs the like the drinks. It's like a how do they put it? It's like not a tavern because we don't drink alcohol here. This is a dry town, so sorry.
That's okay.
But he's got like tons of different flavors of delicious drinks.
Okay, question. Will any of them pull a kombucha on us and turn us into fungus? Or are they just non-transformative drinks?
Some of them might. It'll be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fucking roulette, isn't it? I
Correct.
thought I was done with that in college.
Played Russian roulette?
I got turned into a ferret for a week because they couldn't figure out the counter spell.
Okay, I will take them to see Inoki.
Are you guys doing a long rest first, or are you just gonna go?
I figured didn't we get a long rest before we came back?
Oh, I thought you wanted to switch out.
You guys
spells or
did?
something.
I have not.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
And we
we still-
decided against the raised dead.
Well,
Correct.
Yeah.
No, well. Okay, yeah.
No zombie shroom. Fine.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a long rest first, and then we can in the morning we can go window shopping and hopefully get a meeting with Major Butthole.
Okay.
Is Sporelina's house big enough that we can all fit in here, or is there a tavern or something?
No tavern because we don't let strangers into
that
town.
makes sense.
That would be the most like least successful tavern of all time. But there is kind of like nooks because we're in a giant mushroom right now. So there's underground, and then there's of course the cap. So there's plenty of places to lay. You guys will be fine.
Okay.
And Barry fits really well in here because everybody's really tall.
Yeah, this is not making my already tiny little, Napoleon complex even worse. Is this what ants
It's
feel
all right.
like?
I'll make you feel real big tonight.
Okay, just so you know, this house is alive. So, everything that happens under it, everybody will know,
I don't have a problem with that.
including my creepy little brother.
Well, I mean, he's already creepy, so what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, that's famous last words if I ever heard it.
Since I don't need to sleep, I'm gonna post up just outside the mushroom hut and just keep an eye out for anything weird that might happen.
Okay, Elora, this I think goes without saying. I really do feel like it should go without saying. Please don't do anything stupid.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't attack anyone.
I'm allowed to eat this mushroom hairs, right?
Okay, I swear to God. First off, our house is hallucinogenic, and you will not like that trip. I learned that the hard way when I was a teenager.
Wait, you had pica and cannibalism?
I was curious.
I mean, is it cannibalism if you eat a monkey?
I don't want to eat a monkey.
But that's
But
not the question.
no.
Question. I'm assuming you every once in a while get random intruders that come to your village. Am I correct in assuming?
Yeah, but pretty rarely. I think most people are kind of afraid of us, or they think we're weird.
Great. Is there any like singular area that you bury all the trespassers?
Elora. I know where you're going with this.
Elora, I understand what you're trying to do, and while I love the creativity and the desire for Barry to be even more Barry, the problem with that is that we're in the fungal forest. Any dead bodies are consumed within days.
A girl can dream, can't she?
There.
Sorry,
Pat.
you guys eat mushrooms. Our mushrooms eat you. The
Living
circle of
people-
life.
Living people eat dead mushrooms. Living mushrooms,
eat dead people. Okay, I go to my own room and then I am stunned, appalled, angry when I realize that my little brother has moved all of his stuff into my room.
No.
The bigger room.
No.
You squirmy bastard!
Figure it out, kids. Work it out. Use your words.
Dad, why on earth would you let this smelly, good-for-nothing little shithead take my room?
Sir, or was that the mom or the dad saying use your
Orsini.
words?
She's working on her apothecary, just like didn't even look.
Ma'am, I think you forget that verbal spells exist and they can still do damage.
Take it outside if you want to get physical, I guess.
I'm just
I like
forewarning.
it. Physical.
Let's get physical.
Physical. Oh, hold on. What did I want to do? Hold on.
I kind of want to. I'm Sporelina's probably gonna love this, but Cinna's gonna try to use Mage Hand to hold back the brother, not like grappling hold back, but just kind of hold back to the like. Oh, I have some
walking into
resistance.
cellophane or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do to a.
What's Kaelor doing right now?
I'm just hanging out.
Protecting his feet.
Yeah.
What other harmless things could I do to this child to torment?
Oh, I know. I am gonna cast plant growth and have the wall of my home itself engulf my little brother.
Hey. as it completely engulfs him. What's the save? Let's make him have a save on it.
Dex?
Yeah, it's a dex save.
He has a +1, 4. As it grabs him, he just immediately, Mom! Dad! Mom!
I have another piece go over his mouth. Have a good night.
As your dad just says, Sporelina, just release him. He'll sleep on the couch tonight.
Oh,
right,
come
he
on.
will.
Let her have some fun. She hasn't seen him in months.
I'm not going to leave him on the wall.
Come
It's
on.
not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
The
Honestly,
spell will
this
wear
is-
off eventually.
This is the best he's ever looked.
Sorry. Was that out loud?
I will allow his freedom. Should I shoot daggers at him?
He immediately shoots daggers at you and walks out the door. Elora, you said you were staying outside and just kind of keeping an eye out as people were starting to go to bed. What is it you were planning on doing?
I just when people start to go to bed, I'm just gonna very silently walk around and just, I mean, like not direct immediate vicinity, but like a good perimeter around the town. And I'm just every once in a while gonna flash my channel divinity just to see if or my divine sense. So looking for hallowed places. Also, if there's any celestial fiend or undead,
Meandering
influence.
about.
All right. There is something that you notice as you do your divine sense. There are no celestial fiend or undead nearby, but there is something that you do notice as you walk around. Everyone is giving you a very wide berth. Even though it's getting late and people are starting to go to bed and such, you could tell that people just are not wanting to be near you at all, and definitely staying away from you. As for, make a perception check as you also walk around.
Sure, not great.
Wait, so it is
Little
as far as
distracted.
avoiding, is that like them specifically or us in general?
This is for Elora specifically. So, you guys are in the hut, so yeah, only Elora sees this right now. So yeah, you walk around, you're just kind of focusing really hard on your channel divinity, so you don't really notice anything else currently.
Oh, by the way, this is our house on the map. If you guys are curious.
I'm not seeing a paint.
Pinged it.
Is it the
I
middle one?
think. No, it's the one all the way to the left.
Oh, okay.
Right to the left. Oh, that one.
The big one is the mayor's house.
Of course it is.
Yeah, he also holds council meetings in the bottom. So
He holds council meetings in his bottom.
damn, could probably fit
Must
a
be a
lot
big
up
old
there. It's
booty.
so
Been very
big.
lonely since his wife died.
Gotta explore that prostate sometime.
All right. So, as Elora comes back, you guys are all going to bed, I assume. Is there anything you want to do before bed?
Sweepy time. No, I will make sure all my friends get tucked in with blankets and pillows because I'm not that kind of friend who leaves their friends cold at a sleepover.
Okay. So you cover them with the nice plush pillows and the plant-made material that is made of fungi or plant material of some sort.
Yeah, it's really cozy, but it also keeps you guys cool. You'll like it. No sweating.
Why do I feel like a small child right now?
Mostly because you are probably the smallest creature in this village.
Probably.
All
I've seen
I feel like-
baby
why do I
Funglettes
feel
bigger than
like-
you.
I was gonna say, why do I feel like I'm like a 6-year-old amongst adults right now?
You guys are basically in a house that's built for giants. So
Yeah, all
It's
the
like-
shelves are just ridiculously high.
It's
like
like
even
John
the
and the
furniture
Corns.
is like oversized and everything. Like you guys look real small in here. It's almost like laughable.
It's like that story, John and the Cornstalk.
What?
What? There's the story about John and the cornstalk, and he climbs the cornstalk, and there's like a giant house up in the sky. You never
Oh,
got that read
okay.
to you?
No, I mean we don't
Oh.
probably have the same nighttime stories that you guys do.
That's fair.
Yeah, they don't even have
Okay.
a sky.
I
What?
mean, there is a sky like it's like a sky.
It's not endless.
Kurtz,
No,
why are
I
you
just
pantsless again?
I'm not.
I will alter your guys' clothing tomorrow so you'll fit in a little bit more, and it'll also keep your fleshy human scent at bay. So hopefully people don't stare weird at you. Thankfully for Kaelor, he does not need to change anything.
Please don't change my
Great.
ceremonial vestments.
Oh, no, not like I won't change them physically. I will just alter the smell of them, and then we can dissipate it once we
She's
leave.
just gonna add eau de perfume of fungus,
Ugh.
right?
Correct.
Ha!
So now Betty time for reals now.
Okay. So you guys go to bed. You find good sleep in this nice, warm, cozy hut, and you may all take a long rest and expend a ration.
You're telling me my dad's not going to feed me or my friends?
Sure, he will. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, if not, we can just eat the house.
You
Trip
can.
balls
I'm
some more.
good. I was gonna say I don't want to hallucinate. I'm good.
Go
All
eat
right,
the
well,
house.
you guys wake up well rested and ready for the day. What would you all like to do?
So
Okay.
confirmed a no-go on revivifying or bringing back the dead lady, right?
Correct.
I don't think we're doing
no,
that.
no on bringing back the dead lady. Even though I would love my grandma Polly to go, I know that she died in such an honorable way. She would be really sad if I brought her back, or she probably just wouldn't come back. So there's that. Also, she was a very old Funglette, like at the very end of her life anyway. So she lived a long, happy life. Her death was tragic, but I don't think she would want that. So I'm going to spend the morning feeding my friends. They very quickly realize that the meals are all vegan. And a lot of like the things that we make are like, think of like, Korean barbecue when you go out and you have like 75 side dishes. That's how the meals are here. There's like all these like different kind of side dishes. They're all delectable.
I
And
was gonna say Cinna is absolutely having the time of her life with this.
yeah, Sporelina is like so happy to like have some food. Her dad's definitely the one that cooks. Like her dad's like a house dad, like a stay-at-home dad. And then her mom's the one that does like she's the busy bee. I'm going to feed all my friends, and then I'm also gonna druid craft some mushrooms onto their clothing, so it kind of acts as like a buffer. You know how like plague doctors used to shove flowers in their nose to hide the smell. I'm doing that basically,
But like reverse.
but reverse, yeah. Just druid crafting mushrooms all over you guys in different kinds of like lichen, including berry. Although berry also probably has a pleasant odor already to most people, but I just want him to just like look super good.
Okay. So you cast all these things on them, make them smell really good. Nice little decorations of fungus all over your companions, and you head over to the kombucha bar. Is that
These
correct?
are so
Basically, yeah,
cute.
like a
Look at
kombucha
the
bar.
little mushrooms. I have
Question:
mushrooms in my hair.
Would Sporelina be considered a young adult?
Yeah, now I am. Yeah, I'm like considered a young adult.
Yeah, I would also like to cast ceremony during breakfast, a coming of age ritual on Sporelina. So for the next 24 hours, when you make an ability check, add a d4.
Ooh.
Nice, love that.
Okay. So you guys head over to one of the larger mushrooms that is carved out that Sporelina describes as the place where you get to eat and drink kombucha. Let's see.
Again, is this the kombucha that does weird things to you?
It's possible.
Some of it will, but some of it won't. So, like just roll the dice and have fun. Worst comes to worst, we can heal you.
Okay.
What's
As
so
you
wrong
guys-
with being a mushroom?
Well,
you-
I just don't want to be a full-fledged mushroom. I'm very used to this little flesh suit I call my body.
Fair.
Me too.
As you guys enter this establishment, you can see that all around are tons and tons and tons of little vials and glass sacks, not glass, and plant material sacks that hold liquid of some sort. And you see the individual in front of you is just covered from head to toe in little buds of mushrooms itself. It's usually a sign of extra fertile, just very, very well grown, well nutritioned Funglette, and he looks over and he sees your group and just says, "Sporelina, it's
Hi,
been a
Loki."
while. How have you been, girl?"
It's been crazy, wild, fun, fascinating, a little scary at times, but like totally doable. Have I died? Yes, but I have come back and I am better than ever.
Girl, you do you. You're doing great. You're beautiful.
Oh, you're such a flatterer. So do you think that you can hook me and my friends up with something delish? And I have a present for you.
A present for me? Oh,
Yes. Let's see. I have some things I could give him. Trying to think what he would like. Ooh, I know. I am going to give him 2 vials of the purple worm poison. I think these will spice up your newest kombuchas.
righteous. Yeah. I know what I might do with this. What can I get your friends? What are your taste buds like? I don't really know how you
Right.
other individuals like your things. Do you like it more
So-
spicy, acidic, more basic?
I would say this. Definitely nothing with poison, or that would be considered poisonous. It doesn't really matter us, but it will hurt them. So I think keeping it on the bottom row is probably the best way to go.
All right, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna start naming things. You just stop me whenever you feel like you want to try something. Don't worry if you want to just taste test; it's for free. But if you want to buy one, I'll give you a little discount. Let's see. We got the giggling kombucha, the laughing booch, booch please over here, one of my favorites. Clown kombucha, double tap kombucha, belly of booch, booch belly, back in booch. Ripped off recipes. Wait, no, that's ignore that one. Blind Man Brew, Motley Brew Kombucha, and Scooby Brew.
I will definitely be taking a booch, please. Obviously, you guys. Anything sound good?
What was that second to last one?
The Motley Brew Kombucha.
Sure, let's try that one.
Yeah, righteous. That'll be. Do you have anything to trade? We're kind of like a trading people.
Let me see.
Honestly, it's just a formality. You
Trade
can
you
just,
this
like,
shiny
give me
golden
any-
coin.
Not sure what I could do with that, but you know what? I'll accept it. Yeah.
A shiny copper
How
coin.
about
Is it really copper?
No, I'll give him a.
Oh, okay.
do you take sealing wax?
Alright.
Hold. How about on me today? And I
Sorry.
it's okay, babes. I will give him 2 of the tiger blood mushrooms.
Oh. Now
I think
this
that
stuff.
I think that
This will
should cover our drink.
everything.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Righteous. So, Motley Brew kombucha for the babe. Booch, please, for the babe. What else for the babe? As she looks to Elora.
None for me or Barry, thanks. We couldn't stomach it.
Come on. I had to
No, I
eat
mean,
your gross human food.
literally, I don't have a stomach for it.
No
Remember-
worries. We don't believe in peer pressure. That's fine.
I-
What about you, dude?
I literally take my water skin out, pour some in my mouth, and you just see like the ribbon around my neck just starts to get damp.
Oh God.
Like she doesn't have the stomach for it.
Literally, not metaphorically.
Literally.
I mean,
Not-
Not
Barry's
figuratively.
got like 12 stomachs, but none of them are connected to his mouth.
I was gonna say he's like a cow, a mutated cow.
Yeah, that's why his like farts come from everywhere. It's so weird.
I feel like if you gave him carbonation, he'd just turn into a giant balloon.
Kertz, Kaelor, Booch.
Beach.
Surprise me.
All right. Booch belly. Yeah.
Give Kaelor the second shelf, the Brady Pooch.
So, what do you have that's the most yeasty?
Oh, that's the giggling kombucha. Yeah. Lots of yeast in there to really get your giggles going, if you know what I mean.
I'll take that.
Here you go. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have a little sip of things with you all as well. You know, just want to hang out with the crew, catch up a little bit, if that's all right with you, Sporelina.
Of course. So like, what's it been like in town since I've left? It seems a little solemn out there.
Well, you know, ever since what happened to the mayor's wife, he's been kind of a little bit down, but been trying to do my best to keep him coming and keep him enjoying himself, but he spends a lot of time in the inner sanctum just kind of praying, I assume. He's probably there today right now. Sends Marcel out to do his bidding a lot. In fact, she's been doing a lot of his bidding, just kind of the voice of the mayor at this point.
Yeah. I noticed that when she greeted me in the fungal forest with a spear.
Yeah, she's a little much. Takes her job real seriously.
A little
don't
too
even
seriously.
The nepotism in this place is astounding.
What's nepotism?
It basically means that she only got that job because of who her dad is.
Right. Well, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of help in the world, and a little connection here and there isn't too bad of a thing, I guess. But everyone's got their own story, you know?
Well, when you
Right.
look at your head and you know, put
I
a
am
spear to your
gut-
own people.
I'm guzzling down my kombucha happily and greedily.
Okay. I'm gonna need Cinna and
Yep.
Kertz and Kaelor to make Constitution saving throws.
Why is it always us three?
Because
you guys
why
are
not?
not Funglets.
Ding ding humans as well.
Oh, for
You guys
fuck's
all have plus
sake.
5.
Oh, you do have
Thank
+5.
the gods.
All right. Cinna, you kind of feel the urge to just become real talkative. You hold it down, but it's like in the back of your throat. You just want to bring up every topic, but you're able to save from it, so you're okay. Kaelor, you feel your belly kind of lurch here and then lurch there a little bit, and you hear gurgle, 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 and then it goes down into your intestines. Who knows what might come out later on? And then Kertz, you in particular, you feel the need to like kind of laugh a little bit. You hold it down, but you just want to giggle, but otherwise you are okay for now. You all saved.
Delicious, isn't it? It's so good.
The flavors are actually surprisingly nice.
It's
Yeah.
honestly so tasty.
It's so nice to hear that. You know, I really try hard. I really appreciate it, guys.
cheers, and I go to clink his glass.
It's more of like a pouch, like a plant pouch. So it's like
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and he makes all these pouches by hand, and they're like 100% biodegradable. Isn't that like so cool?
Yeah, gotta save the environment. So, where are you guys off to today?
Well, we're actually going to talk to Morel. I just have some like otherworldly business that I would like to discuss with him.
You'll probably have to go through myself first. Doesn't really take people to talk to him unless they talk to myself first. So that's probably who you'll want to talk to first.
I mean, I don't want to talk to her. That's for sure. But I guess I don't see really another way.
Well, yeah, sorry, kind of a bummer there.
Yeah, she's always been kind of like a super drag. So it's nothing changed. I mean, listen, I get it. She was heartbroken. Her mother died. Very sad story, but that's what parents do. They die. So get over it, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Feeling a
Woof.
little animosity coming from you, Sporelina.
Kaelor looked down.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
Very sad. Wee.
It's okay to have feelings. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you do with those feelings? You know, like do something with it instead of just being mean to everybody.
We all can't be, perfect like you, Sporelina.
I'm not perfect, okay? Trust me, I know that. But at least I want to try something different.
I see. Well, I'm gonna continue making some booch, so you guys are welcome
Yeah.
to stay as long as you want, but I gotta get back to work.
Okay, thank you so much, Inoki. We'll see you later.
Righteous.
I will go sniff out my cell.
Okay.
I'd
As you guys
try
yeah,
and
go
be
ahead.
politically as expedient as we can here, Sporelina.
Right, I know.
Might
I
need to
know.
bury
I'll
this
be.
hatchet.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Might need to say some things that you're not going to be very proud.
Listen, I understand that what's about to happen is something that I've dreaded since knowing that we were coming here. But I understand that the fate of the Underdark is in our hands right now. So
Wait, question. So this Mycel character, she's very like image focused, right?
yeah.
Is she a druid as well?
Yeah, but this is a circle
I
for
assume so.
all druids.
Perhaps a gift from you to her might help lubricate the situation. And I'm gonna pull the crystal staff that we got from our little side adventure out. Every
Did you
druid needs a
seriously
staff, right?
just pronounce that the way? Did you just seriously? You know what? Never mind. I like this. This is a
Okay.
good idea.
A gift.
It's
Okay.
I know.
a staff,
I
which is
know.
kind of a druid, symbol, as well as it's crystal. It's very out there. It's very. Look at me. Look how grand I am.
Right.
You would play right into her ego.
All right, give it over.
I will hand it over to you.
I will.
And I will
Just
give
to
you
make
some
it,
bardic inspiration when the time comes. By the way.
just to make it a little bit more druid, I will kind of plant it near like a grouping of mushrooms, and then have the mushrooms kind of like crawl up around
A
the
mycelium
staff.
wrap.
Yes.
All right, and as the mushrooms kind of adorn the staff, just covers it up and down with beautiful little mushrooms of different styles and makes. Looks actually really well done and professional, and looks like it could be made from a master craftsman. But it looks really wonderful, and you said you wanted to sniff her out?
Sniffing her out.
And as you exit the area and begin looking for my cell skullcap, that is where we will end for tonight. Because Daddy is tired.
Oh, poor daddy.
Poor daddy.
Okay,
at
no.
2 a.m.
Daddy
Well,
wanna
see,
go
that's what you get
babby.
for breeding.
Yeah.
I know.
breeder.
I really need to stop. Well, thank you all so much, and anyone who's listening, thank you for listening. We will be back next Monday. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. That feels weird to say, but yeah, let us know if you have any questions. I love talking about this campaign, and I'm sure my players do as well. They would love to talk to you if you have any questions.
Yeah, and I believe our Discord information's in the Twitch stream as well. So if you want to join us in Discord, it's there.
Indeed. All right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.